the order came from Moi himself. And then I waited for Moi's family. They came, Gideon, the wife, the in-laws, the sister, you know. Yeah, they sat all day. Yeah, I went and said hi to Moi. And if I can tell you, that is the moment I've been paid in my life the highest. Yes, for singing in 3 minutes, 46 seconds. 3 million for 3 minutes, 46 seconds. So you can calculate and get to know every second how much it was.
Now let me ask you something here. In Gusii, how often do you get concerts for country music?
Well, I can't call them concerts.
Okay.
Because my music, somehow, it's more of a ministry, because mostly I do Christian country music.
Okay.
Because, you know, country actually is not dirty. It is actually, it talks about real life situations. Even these secular, let me call them secular, they are not dirty. They are very good. I can sing them at any point because they don't, the only thing some of those songs don't talk about is maybe mentioning Jesus Christ or something like that, but they are not dirty. They are very clean. So, here in Kisii, I get functions. You know, I mostly go to functions, funerals, house parties. I go to those who want me to sing them during, you know, birthdays and weddings and all those. So not so often, because again, people are afraid to give money. Some of them don't really see the value of you know, giving out their money and you know, getting the service. Some of them wish if you could do it for free. So from time to time, most places that you find me, or most places that you'd find me, just is funerals and weddings, mostly. Funerals, weddings, and then there are some hotels that I've been, you know, singing, like my grandfather's hotel in Mombasa that I always go during Christmas time, called Kaskaz Beach Hotel in South Coast.
Okay.
And yeah, Gideon Moi's hotel in Runda called Lord Errol Restaurant.
All right.
Yes, that one. Those are some of the places I used to, you know, yeah. But mostly weddings and funerals are, you know.
So your grandfather's hotel in South Coast, which place specifically?
In South Coast,
Diani.
Called Kaskaz Beach
Hotel. So that's why these people used to call you Sonko back in Kapa.
Yeah, probably. Probably.
Because they knew some bit of your background. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Now, music, the country music, there are some legends we have. To just name them, we have Don Williams.
Yes, Jim
Reeves.
Yeah.
We have Kenny Rogers. Many others, of course. Now, who do you look up to?
The person I look up to is Jim Reeves.
Jim Reeves.
Yes, I really loved that guy.
Why him?
Very much, because he has a really nice voice. And by default, it happened that the first songs that I got to know that this is what we call country music were Jim Reeves songs.
Okay.
My mom, my dad, my uncles at home, they used to play them. They used to play them now and again, but I didn't know that that's what people call country.
You just knew it?
Yes. Oh. Even at school, when I was singing somehow, I used to sound country, and students used to tell me that you sing songs that sounds like country music. And then I was like, no, I don't want to do country, because I didn't want to associate myself with secular music. So I thought country is secular, you know? So I had not known how to differentiate different types of genres. What I knew was just reggae. I could listen and then I could say that's a reggae.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have, I'm a country boy, by the way. Did you know that?
I didn't know.
I didn't have my heart, but I'm a country boy.
That's awesome.
I listen to country music in my house.
That's awesome.
Now, when I look at the countrymen, let me give an example of Jim Reeves. We have Don Williams. There are some characteristics of these people.
Very well.
One of them, of course, the dress code. That one you match. I have no problem. Now, when we come to their way of operation, for instance, smoking cigarette, it's part of a countryman's life.
Yes.
Owning a gun, taking some beer. Despite all this, they also sing gospel and secular.
Very true.
Which one do you possess amongst this?
Now,
Apart from the dressing.
I don't smoke.
Okay.
I don't take alcohol. Right now, I don't have a house.
I didn't mention that. Eh?
Yeah. Yeah, but the attire, of course, I have.
Yes.
And a gun. I think I'm getting one soon.
All right.
I should get one very soon. Yeah, and I sing gospel music and love songs.
Love songs. So the mix that you're giving is gospel and love songs.
Yes.
Should we expect any surprise soon? Maybe diverting from those two.
It's not a surprise. It's actually on YouTube.
All right.
Yes.
So in terms of
Grandpa, there's a song on YouTube in my channel called Grandpa.
Okay.
Yes.
We'll watch out that Grandpa. Now.
And another song that I usually sing during weddings.
Weddings.
Yes.
Okay.
A very nice song that says that I've spent my life looking for you. So it's also a very nice song.
Oh. Now, you don't smoke. Now, do you feel like you're incomplete when it comes to being a country boy?
No.
That's the life.
I'm very complete. I'm very Actually, smoking, that is a lifestyle. Taking alcohol is a lifestyle. People do take, even if they're not singers. Actually, that is a personal lifestyle, I can say. It is not a must that someone who is doing country music has to do that. No, it is a lifestyle, and especially in the Western, like I said, this genre of music is from the Western. And from the West, people don't really believe in God, most of them. Most people, they are artists, and the way people operate, their approach to Christianity is different. Because, for example, Ellen Jackson was raised in church. Her mother used to take him to church when he was young. Yeah, but he has done so many love songs. They are not dirty. Nowhere you cannot find them dirty. They are they talk about, like I told you, country music talks about real life situations, like the memories you had when you were young, like a song he has done called Dad Let Me Drive when I was young. So you just narrate a story. Now, but I saw the Gaithers. The Gaithers have Christian, music. Yes, they only sing Christian, but they always invite him to come and sing Christian songs in their studio, and they put them on YouTube. So their approach to Christianity is actually different. They don't care if you're drinking, you're doing what, and somehow something I admire about them is that they don't drink stupid. They don't drink themselves in a stupid way.
The countrymen.
They don't. You will not find them staggering like I see people here.
No. That's true. Yeah.
I think they take something like one bottle or two, and then that is it.
Even a glass. And they walk away.
Yeah. So you not even realize that these people are drunkards. Yeah.
When you go to YouTube, for instance, to look at the country music concerts, for instance, my fan is Don Williams. Most of his concerts, we see people with white hair, either ladies or men, seated there, listening to the music.
Yes.
Now, in most of the occasions that you've had a concert, maybe a performance, which people do you realize that are much more interested in the song?
They are old people.
Okay.
Old people. And nowadays, some young people have started adapting to, that same type of genre, country music, because some of the shows in Nairobi that I've had before with Sir Elvis, most people who come there are young people. Yeah, they've loved it. I think it's the exposure most people need to this country music, so that they can also compare. Music is something an ear cannot really disregard. One thing you cannot lie in your body is the ear and the tongue. Yes. those two things, you cannot lie to them. So anyone, if a song is really good, you will always you will always accept it. Just leave alone branding it with type of genre of music. If it sounds really nice, leave alone if it's country, if it's something else. So exposure to the young people, of this type of genre will make them like it more. But like you asked, the gray-haired people are the most people who are, like in the US, when I did the first show in California, the white people from Loma Linda University Church, the white ladies that came to listen to me were all old and were just old. I didn't see a young person there. And I can really attest that these people grew up listening to this country music. These are the bongos, whatever, just came the other day. So they cannot identify with such type of genre because it's not their thing.
Checking your journey in country music, when you began up to where you are right now, how can you rate it in terms of the fan base?
Well, country music is a very peculiar type of genre, and the fan base when I started was not really so big. Yes. But up to this extent, I can say, I can give thanks to God that it has really grown. It is better. But it takes a while. With country music, it takes a while to garner very huge crowds of fans across the world, because it needs really a huge support. Yeah, like I was talking to a friend of mine in Australia. They're organizing. I go start doing shows there. She told me that the country music in Australia is something else. If I ever step my feet there and just maybe do even just one piece, the government will take me. Their country musicians, singers are paid by the government, and then you are put on the payroll, and then you are, with record labels, and you are good to go. So when you have reached such level, you'll be able to garner, a very huge and wide scope of, fans.
Now, Phary, what I can tell you is that we can talk to our government.
Yes.
And they can incorporate you in the payroll. Please don't disappear to Australia.
Kenya is hard.
Please stick here, go perform and bring money back.
Kenya is hard. Kenya is very hard.
Now, country music, fine, it is doing well, but considering that you've been having concerts, platforms to perform. We saw you performing at Nyachai's funeral. I've seen you perform in Moi's occasions, and many other places that I cannot even quote here.
Right.
Now, which of these shows you feel like in this show I did it? It's something that was like a breakthrough to some extent.
Well, Moi's engagement was another thing. That's we're talking about here in Kenya. Yeah, so Moi's engagement was really good, and just like I said, your homework will work for you. Anyone who is listening out there, just know that whatever you do, that is your homework. If it's photography, if it's singing, if it's whatever. So I did my homework very well. It is the one that linked me up to Moi's family. Yeah, the song Totagote, I did it so well, and I made my choice as well. I heard what my producer told me to do, just country and Inekegusi. So that single song, it is the one that worked out everything for me. Yes, that song, one of the reverend chaplain in Kabarak, the dad was sick in hospital, and he always said, can you please play for me that song? So they used to play for him Totagote, but they didn't know who the singer was. Yeah, and when unfortunately this guy died, the father now did the chaplain, and then they were playing that song during his funeral. And once they were done, when they were done now having a chat here, where they were like, by the way, they looked for the young children in that family. They were like, could you please try to find out who this guy is? Perhaps if you can find his number or something, we can call him and maybe say thanks to him, because his song meant so much to our dad. So they got my number, and then the chaplain called me, Dr. Reverend Ombati. Thank you so much, sir. If you ever happen to watch this show. And then he told me that thank you so much. He narrated the story how his dad loved the song, and they always used to think that I'm a very huge person, you know, with the voice. And then he realized it was a young boy. Then he told me, well, I have nothing to offer, but I just wanted to tell you that I'm a chaplain at Kabarak, and one of these fine days, please, if I call you to sing for the students, please come. So he invited me when Moi's family was present, and you know, Kabarak has got parents who matters in this country, wanajiweza somehow, and it was something like prize giving, I think, and I happened to sing, and the 3 of the hymns that I performed that day were Moi's favorite hymns, and now the way I did them, it was somehow different. It was country-like, and then they loved it. Moi's family loved it. The vice chancellor of Kabarak, Dr. Henry Kiplagat, thank you, sir, said, I think there is no gift, special gift we can offer Mzee, especially this time he's not feeling well, if it's not this kind of singing. Young man, we are going to actually call you one of these fine days so that you can sing for Mzee. As simple as that. I thought maybe they were just passing time, they were talking just to please me, and you know. So, but fortunately it came to pass. It came to pass. However, we don't pray that anyone dies, but unfortunately Moi's son died, Jonathan, and that is the time now they realized Moi was very low in spirit. So they needed someone to uplift his spirit, sing for him. So they reached out to me. Then I went to Kabarak. I went to Jonathan and his family. I sang to them. They did not want even to allow me leave, but we told them we are going to Mzee as well. Yeah, that's when I encountered with Mzee Moi. And then I did my thing.
To be sincere,
yeah,
we saw people even fly to Kabarak to see Mzee Moi. They never saw him. People yearn to see him. They never saw him. But now, here you are being invited to go and sing for Mzee. How was it? Tell us, give us this picture. Phary, you're going to sing for Mzee. How did you reach to that place? Was it by plane?
Just like I told you, the first time they mentioned that we are going to take you so that you can sing for him, I definitely thought that these people are only saying, yeah, because how it was then, it was during the time Ruto, the then deputy president, had been denied access. Then I was like, if the deputy president has been denied access to reach me, who am I? These people are they're just lying to me. So this time they are calling me, I just drove with my car. They gave me 2 hours. They told me, we've given you 2 hours, please come over.
But then where were you?
I was here in Kisii. Yes. I drove for 2 hours and I was there to Nakuru. 2 hours I was there. And they received me very well. They told me, now let's proceed to Jonathan Moi's place and all that. Now, that time I'm going to Moi. Now it's time now to go. I didn't believe it, because at first I was like, you see, I knew these people are just joking. Now they are taking me to Jonathan Moi's family. Is this Moi? I knew it. But and then I was like, later when they are saying, no, you know, we have to rush there quickly. When now we were on our way there, that's when I was like, okay, the first gate, GSU. gates open, the second, the third, the fourth, tunaingia tu.
But then, with your car?
Yes.
Okay.
My car and another Prado for that belongs to Henry Kiplagat, I think. That was his car, the Vice Chancellor, Prado. Yeah, we went in there. And then I saw Gideon Moi was attending to other senators, some leaders who came in. And then when he heard that we were there, straight he went to the house. Then prepared mzee. Then here I was told, come in.
You walked in?
Yes.
And
then with this machine, of course, they had to look if I had a bomb. But they trusted me, but they were just, looking for the sake. So I proceeded in there. I just connected the way I connected here. And then I waited for Moi's family. They came, Gideon, the wife, the in-laws, the sister, Yeah, they sat all day. Yeah, I went and said hi to Moi because he was so low, he could not talk, he was too old. He could just anaongea kama mtoto. So the only thing I asked him was if he could love, if he would have wished to grow old. He said no. He said, yeah, I hid myself behind the message in this song Totagote to ask him that question. So I used that tactic, and then he said, no one would wish to grow old. Life is so sweet. Yeah, but continue singing the way you are singing so that we reach that Beulah land. I didn't know Beulah. I just nodded my head. Then I went to research later. Beulah is a heavenly kingdom. It's heaven. So English. Okay. And then I was like, Umze knows this much. His Bible, his hymn could not leave his side. Yeah, actually that gentleman, His Excellency the late, if there is heaven, we will find him there, seated. Yeah.
So there was always the Bible there?
Yes, Bible, him.
Could he read, or someone could come and read for him?
He could read himself. Mm-hmm.
When I saw you perform at Mze's place, I saw Gideon Moi. Of course, there was a video and you uploaded it.
Yes.
I saw Gideon Moi smiling, really happy. What did he tell you after the performance?
He told me this, and I don't know who told you that he told me. He just asked me this one thing. Where did you get such a nice voice? That's what he asked me. Where did you get such a nice voice? This is great. And then I started narrating him the story that my grandfather, actually, the father to my mother, was a musician, was a singer, and he died at the stadium, just right here in town, at the gate. During Moi's time, the show, when we used to have shows here, I think I don't know if we still hold the show-grounds, the demonstrations of different whatever. And Moi said, that time you had to pay to get in. Moi said, fungulia watu. Geti kafungulia, people were actually pushing, so that stampede, he fell down, people walked on over him. So they really caused harm to his ribs, the head. He stayed in hospital for quite some few weeks, and then he passed on. So he used to go perform for Nyamweya, for Moi, and all that. So I narrated to him. My mom is late. She died when I was 10 years old. She used to play guitar.
Your mom?
Yes, in the house, and then just like a family choir. My dad was a musician. He was a music teacher. And so you see, I tapped both, from my grandfather, from this side, my dad, and then I got everything. So I told him that's where I got the voice. Yeah.
So music is a family thing for you.
Oh yes, it is. If my dad was here, you could really tell, you could really attest and confirm that indeed it is his genes that I took over.
We can't stop the story here. You've finished with Moi, now you are done.
Mm-hmm.
Who saw you out? Gideon Moi himself? Or?
Oh yeah, of course he did, and the vice chancellor, and yeah, we got out and he told me, please, I need you next week. I need you next week on Saturday, I want you here. Like I was the only person who was invited to Jonathan Moi's funeral to sing. I was on the program.
Mm-hmm.
Then I was given a chance. I think some of the leaders here were, I don't know, they used to get amazed how we could actually stumble on each other, you know, in the VIP, in the whatever. Me, it's just music taking me there. I think, I don't know even why I was there, but they saw me. I was given a chance to sing. And when you've been given a chance to sing, the microphone is yours. You can also give your condolences. So I started by giving condolences to the President Moi and the whole family. And then I prepared them that this is the song I'm going to sing, called Mumio Sin, in the land where we'll never grow old. And then I sang that song. So that is how he told me not to miss out on that following week, just to be there. And that is the greatest time. That was the greatest time in my life. It was a very important time, because during the time they were intermenting the body, it is when I was singing at the graveside as they were burying Jonathan, and Moi was seated in his car. And now the vice chancellor went to inquire something from him, and then he shut him up. He told me, no, I'm listening to. And then the vice chancellor came and told me, what did you do to this Mzee? Do you know you shut me up? So since then, it's when I started now getting calls. Every time he's low, come sing for him. Every time, come sing for him.
So it was not just once to Moi's place?
No. It's been several. Until he wrote in his will that the day he's being brought, if he ever dies and is brought to his home, the military police should not be allowed to take him to his home if Phary K has not sung that last song, Mumio Sin.
What a moment.
Actually, that was the greatest moment in my life, and I was like, even these people are not gonna pay me this alone. This is a great honor. It's when you can be only if you can be a president. It's when you can be actually given a police officer, in full uniform, standing right behind you. If you look at Uhuru, he had a president standing. Moi, even Ruto, you have seen he has someone standing right behind him. That shows the presidency. So during that time, they gave me a police officer, military police in uniform, red and black, standing right behind me, just like a president. I felt so happy. I was like, even if I'm not gonna be a president in Kenya, at least I've been one. In fact, I'm the right fifth president.
Did you ever ask why the police was there?
I asked. Yes, I asked. They told me that is the order came from Moi himself. That is his wish. If the president says something, that is his wish. And therefore, that president who could have stood right behind him, now should stand right behind you to show the presidency. The military police, those people shed tears when I sang that song. The highest military police officer came to me and told me, you made me shed tears. Literally, those policemen who held his coffin were so emotional. So it was really a very great moment, and also a sad moment at the same time. And if I can tell you, that is the moment I've been paid in my life the highest. Yes, for singing in 3 minutes 46 seconds.
And things came.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now,
3 million for 3 minutes 46 seconds. So you can calculate and get to know every second how much it was. So talent pays, guys. Ukifikia umefikia.
That was great. Now, Phary, do you feel like you have achieved the greatest in Kenya? Like, there's no more?
Well, after that, my heart settled. I had some satisfaction within me that I think I've really done. I think I'm satisfied. After Moi's place, after Uhuru Kenyatta fitted me with the jewelry of a hero in Kenya. You know, I'm one of the heroes.
Yeah, of course.
Mashujaa 2020. Yes. After all those things, singing at these high-profile funerals, I felt like, what else? What can you call the topmost platform in Kenya?
Sure.
What is the most platform? Who else has ever been accorded a high military police standing right behind him?
No countryman in Kenya.
No one, not even one singer. No one. So I felt I've achieved, at least I have achieved, because what makes your heart get satisfied? You get that peace, you get that tranquility, you get that satisfaction. That's when you, hata mtu mwenye anakula cabbage, as long as akona that peace, as long as this person is satisfied that this is that's what we call satisfaction.
But I feel like I'm baffled. I feel like walking away. Now,
yes.
For a young man, a young lady outside there who one time get a platform just like yours, because we believe they are not limited. What should this person know as far as the preparation now? Imagine you are seated there. Now it is the chance, maybe the master of ceremony is a military guy. Now calling you upon to perform on that platform. That preparation, that confidence, because I know the Prime Minister is there, the former Prime Minister Raila must have been there, Deputy President is there, the President is there, and many other dignitaries. Now you to compose yourself without shaking, which is very common, because me personally approaching you, I had to shake. You remember where we met?
Yes.
I had to shake in some way first before I approached you. Now, what can you tell this person in preparation for that? Because you have to perform it to your level best, and tension is there. Now, how can you advise?
Now, my advice is you can only get tension when you know you're not sure about what you're doing. When you know very well you've not done what it takes, you have not done your homework. I say that in anything you do, do your homework well, so that when you are given a platform, a chance to do something, you don't let us down. So when, even in an exam, if you know you didn't revise well, if you can tell that I'm not sure about this thing. This exam has come, but I am not really sure that I've done enough revision. I've done enough work as much as revision and whatever that has to do with the exam. So if you have not done your homework well, it's only then you can shiver, you can have doubts in your mind, and the moment you have a doubt in yourself, self-esteem is not there.
Sure.
And self-esteem is the one that will make you stand there. Self-esteem is your clothes. Self-esteem is together with passion. Self-esteem is the one that will veil you when you're standing there. You'll see Raila as just anyone else. You'll see the president as just anyone else. You'll see anyone just one else. Because at that point, you can tell that whatever I'm doing, I'm the only person in this place who is doing it right, or who can do it. Raila cannot sing like me. Uhuru cannot sing like me. Ruto cannot do it. So why would I be? He should be the one shivering, because if I give him the mic, he cannot do this. So you need to do your homework very well. That alone will give you the confidence, because you know for sure what I'm going to do here, it's what I'm used to do, and I'm going to deliver it. Yes, just that one. Self-esteem comes up when you know that you are prepared.
Well prepared. The presidential award that you received, tell us about it.
Well, this one I can say it's from the achievements that I've done to our county and our country as well. and especially I think it was as a result of engaging myself with Moi, because singing for a president, that is a milestone. I've done something representing our county, our Kenya, in America, in all those states that I was flying, and the countries that I've gone to. That's a milestone. Now, when they were proposing names of those people they think have done something, because when you are a hero, you don't need to have been there in 1963 to be called a hero. Mm-hmm. They count on what you have done to improve or to make your county, your country proud. So when they were looking at, they actually forwarded my name, and when it reached there, they confirmed. They said, "Oh, well, this is the guy who was singing for Moi. This one, it suits him better." Mm-hmm. So that is when I was accorded that.
Was it accompanied with some?
With some money, yes. There was some money, of course, and that attire, that gold, and that small passport wanasema tembea Kenya. Yeah, and a certificate, very big certificate. Yes. No. And actually, that certificate earned me this title, EGH, Elder of Golden Heart. So I have at least one title that I've always seen on presidents' names, EGH.
So you're among the EGHs in Kenya.
Yes.
That's great. Congratulations.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Now we are summing up. I know you could be tired, but we are summing up. Mm-hmm. Now, just to ask, your best song that you believe, this song, I'll never forget. This is the song that made me who I am. To some extent, yes, your best, your songs can be the best, but there's that one unique one. Which one is it?
That did what?
A song that you can say, this song, it took me to greater heights than any other.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I think it's the Christmas song. Yes. I did Totagote has played a very big role, but the song that put me to the limelight was Mary's Boy Child. And it was during the time we were almost approaching the festival season, during Jamhuri, that I performed this song after I'd flew from Sharjah in Dubai to Kenya, and then I went straight to the stadium, and then I did that song. That is the song that made me go viral. Mary's Boy Child.
All right.
I stood out of the crowd when other people, and something I wanted to tell people is that don't put money ahead in what you love doing. Just if you have passion, don't put money ahead. Sometimes just deliver. The platform that you've been given is very important. They had said I was not supposed to perform, but they told me, we don't have money. We actually brought a choir from Kisumu. They gave me a platform. I said, no, I don't need to be paid. Let me sing. And now when people are doing these other songs, blah, 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 hizi zingine, Mimi, I'm preparing, I've switched the mood of the people to Christmas. And in Ekegusi, the first time, now that changed everything. I was unique. I stood out of the crowd, and things changed completely. That is the clip that was shared, and it went viral. Everyone was wishing his loved ones with that small clip, that song, for the first time.
It is just right on time. Fine. My best song from your music is Tutagote. That one I do listen to it at least every day, maybe twice or thrice.
Right.
And that's what I do. Now that it is a festive season,
right,
and this is the platform we have, you just do what you do best.
All right. I can do Mary's Boy Child, that song, right?
Yes.
All right. Carece Bethlehem, Nawoku Yateva, Yeso Christo Kaiborwa, Nangina Maria, Igwa Mario Yamalaika, Mogambi, O Ibo Igui, Edio bantamenya kiagera oi voi we wa mario ge vitureri malaika gotera erio manya bantamenya kiagera oi voi we Barisiarenda botuko barorange nangeni. Oh yeah. The country song from Kisi County in C45 with Phary K Cowboy 045. While shepherds watch their flock by night, they see a bright new star. Then hear a choir from angels sing. Music seemed to come from afar. Iwama yoga malaika mogambi oivoiwi edio mwanya bantamenya yagera oivoiwi. Trumpets sound and angels sing. Listen what they say. The men will live forevermore because the King is born. Iwama yoga malaika mogambi oivoiwi eryomanya bantamenya yagira oivoiwi. Oh yes.
Yeah, thank you so much. Now, thank you so much for watching our show. My name is Abel Moko. Of course, we've been having our guest here, that is Phary K. It has been an amazing show and we hope that you've enjoyed. Now, we are live from E-Generation. Now, I want to give you some brief about E-Generation. Now, E-Generation, it's located at Twin Towers in Kisi town. Now, when you reach there are a number of things that happen there. Now, we have music production, recording and video shooting. Whenever you have time, it is subsidized. This time around is the festive season and you come here with 5,000, you get your good music recorded, and as a result, it can be promoted using through the same platform. Now, make sure that you make it here. We have many artists who have performed from here, including HRT himself. Please make sure that you come here and have your music recorded. Now, lastly, I want to tell you that please subscribe to our YouTube channel. That is where we can ask you as a support to the growth of this great channel. Make sure you keep following for more videos, and my name is Abel Mukwa. Once again, see you next time. Now, please, you can give the people the Christmas message.
Well, thank you so much, C45, for having me here. At this festive season, I want to wish you all the best. Peace and love. Just love one another and spread love out there. Give those who don't have, and all shall be well. Cheers out there, and subscribe to my YouTube channel as well, and C445 channel as well, so that you can get these kind of interviews and getting to know your artists from Kisi County. So thank you so much, Phary K Cowboy 045.
Please, the first music ready?
Oh, let it be Christmas. Oh, yes. Wow. That is awesome.
I can hear the angels sing, a king was born today. May he live forevermore. Is that country? Is that Christmas country?
Let it be Christmas everywhere. Feel the love of the season wherever you are. Christmas everywhere. Feel the love of the season wherever you are. The small country was lined with green mistletoe. Big city streets where 1,000 lights glow. Let it be Christmas everywhere. Let heavenly music fill the air. Let every heart sing, let every berry the story of hope and joy and peace. and let it be Christmas everywhere. Let heavenly music fill the air. Let anger and fear and hate disappear. Let the bells last through the year, and let it be Christmas, Christmas everywhere. Let it be Christmas everywhere. Where the gold and the silver, the green and the red, Christmas everywhere. The smiles of young children as they in their beds, and the smiles of young babies that fast for the snow. And there is memories that never grow. Let it be Christmas everywhere. Let heavenly music fill the air. Let every heart sing, let every berry the story of hope and joy and peace. And let it be Christmas everywhere. Let heavenly music fill the air. Let every heart feel and hate disappear. Let there be love that lasts through the year. And let it be Christmas, Christmas everywhere. Let it be Christmas everywhere. Music. Let it be Christmas everywhere. In the songs that we sing and the gifts that we bring, Christmas everywhere.
Oh God.
What this day means and how we believe in. Sunny one beaches where blue water rolls, snow-covered mountains and valleys below. Let it be Christmas everywhere. Let heavenly music fill the air. Let every heart sing, let every berry the story of hope and joy and peace. And let it be Christmas everywhere. Let heavenly music fill the air. Let anger and fear and hate disappear. Let there be love that lasts through the year. And let it be Christmas, Christmas everywhere. Christmas everywhere. Christmas everywhere.
Let it be Christmas everywhere.
Christmas everywhere. Thank you.
What a show, man. This is unforgettable.
Oh yeah.
Eish.